Do you ever feel like it's too late to want something more? That you missed your chance, you missed your time? I'm speaking to the women who are over 50. I'm Michele Thill with Newland Wellness, and today I want to talk about that something more, that feeling that you might be having deep inside, and you're kind of just ignoring it, covering it up. Have you ever asked yourself secretly, without sharing with anyone, like it's something wrong, is that all there is to my life? I don't know, I feel like it's selfish for me to want something more. Shouldn't I be grateful for what I've had and have? Have you ever had those thoughts? We don't often speak about because we just tend to want to continue on living our life not asking those type of questions. They may kind of sneak in at times. Do you listen? Do you stop? Or do you just kind of blow it off and, oh, I'll think about that later? How about if later is now? What if this is a sign for you that if you're having a question like, is this all there is? First off, do you realize what a fabulous question that is? Not everyone is going to have a question like that. So many of us are living our lives on autopilot. We're not really thinking. We're not really fully alive. We're just existing. We're going through the motions. It reminds me, do you remember the Paul McCartney and Wings song, It's Just Another Day? You know, she wakes up, she gets herself ready, she goes about her day, it's just another day. Or the movie Groundhog Day, it's just another day. We're on that hamster wheel where we just keep going and doing, and we quiet that questioning, or we never have that questioning. So if you're someone that's wondering if it's too late to want something more, or shouldn't I just be grateful for what I have and let's call it a day, I'm here to tell you to start listening, to start opening yourself to that inner guidance, to your higher self, as hippy-dippy as you might feel that sounds, who is encouraging you to start looking at this time as a time of aligning with who you are now meant to be on this journey, in this midlife portion of your life. Because I'm here to say, you're still young enough. You're still vibrant enough. And now's your chance to do something with this and help yourself on this journey to rediscover what's next with excitement and not with fear, or with judgment, or even with dread, but instead to figure out what now is going to come into your life. And it starts with making the decision to open up to that. Because when you make the decision to open up to something more, what you start doing is you start seeing the something more that's out there, that's been there, but covered up because you weren't looking for it. You were just looking for, well, I'm just grateful for what I've had and I don't want to ask for anything more. And so therefore then you see that. It's the reticular activating system, the RAS part of your brain, where your attention goes, your energy flows. And the more you put your attention on something, the more you're going to start seeing more of that. You could try this yourself. Put your attention on something as simple as saying, I am going to look for red cars or blue grass or yellow flowers or a flag or whatever it might be. And then go about your day and see how many times you start seeing one of those objects appearing. And if you do it for a couple of days, I did this experiment with Dana Wilde. I realized how much blue glass was really in my life that I never noticed until I put my attention on it. So what are you not noticing? Because you're not putting your attention on it. And chances are it's you. And where you're going in life, because we're just too busy, we're too tired, we might even feel we're too old, and that our best days are behind us. What if your best days were still to come? And it's your opportunity now to discover what that would look like. And this isn't about us being ungrateful. It's not about us being selfish. It's actually something that benefits everyone around us. Because when we feel more full, we feel more happy and joyful, we feel more centered and balanced, and we are more enjoyable to be around, right? And in times that are stressful, either in your life or in the world or both, how awesome is it to feel more grounded and to be a grounding source for your family, for your friends, maybe even for your community, instead of being on the wagon train of complain and fear. Be the engineer who is chugging forward with love and possibilities and excitement of what new may come into your life. That what's next could turn into what's new. What's going to be new for me? So how do you move more into that type of energy? And I'm going to give you 3 tips that can help you. And they're simple, they're easy, and practical, just to start aligning more. Because again, if you're someone who is afraid to want more because you feel ungrateful, yet you feel some sort of a longing, that to me is a calling, and it's time for you to take an opportunity to start listening. So the first one is, let it speak to you without judgment. Sit quietly, which we don't often do because we're always so darn busy. And we look to busy ourselves as well. But if you take just a few moments to check in with you and start to notice, what is that small, quiet voice saying to you? What is it encouraging you? It could be simple words. And you could try something as simple as, I'm grateful for blank, and I'm longing for blank. So let me give you an example. I'm grateful for my day job. I love being there, and I'm longing for the mission that I'm on, the passion that I have to connect with you, to help women at this stage in life realize that there is indeed something more, that we have a lot of years still ahead of us where we can offer a lot to our family, to our friends, by us aligning more with ourselves and feeling more joy and more centered. What is something that you're grateful for, yet you're still longing for? Fill in those blanks. Take some time to journal at that. It's not about us scheduling more to do. It's about us scheduling time to connect with our spirit and to understand us at this stage in our life. Another thing is to define, what does more really mean for you? It doesn't mean we're doing more. It doesn't mean that we have to all of a sudden have this a grand business or start another career or anything like that. This is a time where more could be us living in more joy. Us, instead of doing, being more joyful, being happier, being more aligned, being more trusting of our intuition, being more into ourselves and connecting with ourselves, which we didn't necessarily do in the first half of our lives because we were so busy taking care of everyone else. And now you're in a position, especially for the women that I speak to who have been through a life transition, like a divorce, as I have been, could be a death of a partner, or you're getting ready to face empty nesting, or maybe you've started on a journey last year and you're still trying to figure out what's my role now? What's my purpose now? What if your purpose is to be more joyful? Because when you're in a place of joy, again, you open up to more opportunities to have more joy come to you. So what would your life look like if that more was you being more happy, more joyful, more at play, instead of all the work that we did? And it could be that you are speaking your needs more clearly and communicating more with the people around you. Not that you're being the old grumpy person who's set in her ways, right? But instead, you're learning to set those healthy boundaries. And that's you setting an example for others too to follow, and having more communication instead of just assuming someone should know what your needs are or that they don't care about your needs. Having that back and forth communication with someone. And what if it's you, speaking of someone, spending time with people who lift you up more instead of those that drain you and drag you down? Sometimes we can't get away from certain people because they may be family members who are the drainers. But you can again set healthy boundaries and clearly communicate, let's not go down this road. Let's talk about something else. Or there may be people that you need to just let go in your life. I've done that myself. People who have drained me instead of encouraged me. People who you leave them, whether it's a phone call or a meeting together, just feeling down instead of feeling more full. Another thing is realizing that it's not going to be all figured out. That your path is going to be something you are now figuring out. What does more look like for you? You could ask yourself that every day and see what words or word pops into your head. And wouldn't it be fun if each day it was something a little different? Because I really do feel like this stage in our life isn't us having it all figured out like the first half of our lives. Now it's our chance to figure out step by step what's next, what's new, where am I going, and feeling excited about it. And start with small steps. It's not a giant leap, but it's just listening to what comes to you. You know, you might feel one day like you could start out each morning like, what would I love to do today? And then make some time in the day to do just that. Maybe it's you feel like writing a bit. And I'm not talking about a book, though it could be, but it could be just doing some journaling. What I love about journaling is that when you start asking questions and you just kind of let your hand do the movement, or maybe you're on the keyboard and you just close your eyes and let the words come to you. I'm surprised by the things that I write that I would never think or say that just comes out. And it's like clues to more about me as I discover myself in this phase of my life. It could be you going out for walks. Gosh, I love to go out for walks and connect with nature. It's so expansive and vast, and I just feel like there's so much abundance and life out there. That abundance of blue sky, the green grass, the weeds that just grow even through the cracks in the ground, showing the possibilities where we might think it would be impossible. The trees, how old they are and how magnificent they are and how resilient everything is out there. Gosh, it's a reminder that's all within us as well. It could also be you just resting more. Gosh, we have done so much, and we're of a generation that feels we need to keep doing. Am I right? Does that resonate with you? Where you just feel like I am not worth my value unless I'm rolling up my sleeves and doing something. What if it was you resting more, giving your body that chance to heal, your brain that chance to cleanse itself, your spirit that chance to connect with you? Think about what I'm sharing with you today, and what's one thing you could take away from this that you could start applying. Maybe it's all three of these, or maybe one is speaking to you. Listen to that. It could be whispering to you. I'm encouraging you to realize that there's so much more to life. You know, as I work with the public and I have so many people coming into our office, I see the parents who are all focused on the kids. Remember those days? I see the grandparents who are all focused still on their kids and their grandkids. Nothing wrong with that. But is that all there is? What if you also focused on yourself as well, so that you are that happy, fun, energetic, vibrant grandparent? What if you started realizing that there is more. And now's your time to discover what that looks like for you. And what it looks like for you may not be what it looks like for me or anyone else, because this is our journey at this time of our life to figure things out. And if you need a little more guidance with this on how to better tap in to that self-care, I have a ultimate checklist. I just love what I put together. That is a 5 simple step process for you to connect more with yourself, so you rediscover you at this stage and align with you and who you are now. And it is a gift that I am giving for free. And I will put the link in the comments. I want you to realize that there is so much more for you. If you're feeling like, is this all there is? The answer is no. There's so much more. And it's all yours to discover. And I believe in you, and I'm excited for you. If I resonate with you, please like and follow and subscribe for more. And please share this with someone if you feel they would benefit from the message that I'm sharing. Until next time, be well.